With Mother Alfred in mind, might I take this occasion to call for more vocations to women's religious life? Somehow, the last three generations of women have tended to see religious life as unworthy of their consideration. The number of nuns has plummeted in recent years. And most Catholics, when asked about this, would probably say that being a religious sister is just not a viable prospect in our feminist age. May I say, nonsense. My new hero is Mother Alfred. Now, I realize she's not a household name even among Catholics, but she should be. She came on my radar screen only after I became Bishop of the Winona-Rochester Diocese, where Mother Alfred did most of her work and where she lies buried. Hers is a story of remarkable courage, faith, perseverance, and may I say, sheer moxie. Trust me, once you take in the details of her adventures, you'll be put in mind of a number of other gritty Catholic mothers, Cabrini, Teresa, Drexel, and Angelica, to name a few. Mother Alfred was born Maria Catherine Moes in Luxembourg in 1828. As a young girl, she became fascinated by the possibility of doing missionary work among the native peoples of North America. Accordingly, she journeyed with her sister to the New World in 1851. She was only 23 years old. First, she joined the School Sisters of Notre Dame in Milwaukee, and then transferred to the Holy Cross Sisters in LaPorte, Indiana, a group associated with Father Sorin, CSC, the founder of the University of Notre Dame. After clashing with her superiors, which seemed to have been a rather typical happenstance for this very feisty and confident lady, she made her way to Joliet, Illinois, where she became superior of a new congregation of Franciscan sisters, taking the name there Mother Alfred. When Bishop Foley of Chicago tried to interfere with the finances and building projects of her community, she balked and set out for greener pastures in Minnesota, where the great Archbishop Ireland took her in and allowed her to establish a school in Rochester. It was in that tiny town in southern Minnesota, now my hometown, that God commenced to work powerfully through her. In 1883, a terrible tornado tore through Rochester, killing many, leaving many others homeless and destitute. A local doctor, William Worrell Mayo, undertook the task of caring for the victims of the disaster. Overwhelmed by the number of the injured, he called upon Mother Alfred's sisters to help him. Now, though they were teachers rather than nurses and had no formal training in medicine, they accepted the mission. In the wake of the debacle, Mother calmly informed Dr. Mayo that she had a vision, that a hospital should be built in Rochester not simply to serve that local community, but rather the whole world. Astonished by this utterly unrealistic proposal, Dr. Mayo told Mother she'd need to raise about $40,000, which was at that time and place an astronomical figure, in order to build such a facility. She in turn told the doctor that if she managed to raise the funds and build the hospital, she expected him and his two physician sons to staff the place. Well, within a very short period of time, she procured the money and the St. Mary's Hospital was established. As I'm sure you've already surmised, this was the seed from which the mighty Mayo Clinic would grow. A hospital system that indeed, as Mother Alfred envisioned long ago, serves the entire world. This intrepid nun continued her work as builder, organizer, and administrator, not only of the hospital that she had founded, but of a number of other institutions in southern Minnesota until her death in 1899 at the age of 71. Now, just a few weeks ago, I wrote a piece in our local diocesan paper about our need for priests, and I urged everyone to become part of a mission to increase vocations to the priesthood. With Mother Alfred in mind, might I take this occasion to call for more vocations to women's religious life? Somehow, the last three generations of women have tended to see religious life as unworthy of their consideration. The number of nuns has plummeted in recent years. And most Catholics, when asked about this, would probably say that being a religious sister is just not a viable prospect in our feminist age. May I say, nonsense. Mother Alfred left her home as a very young woman, crossed the ocean to a foreign land, became a religious, followed her instincts and sense of mission, even when this brought her into conflict with powerful superiors, including a number of bishops, inspired Dr. Mayo to establish the most impressive medical center on the planet, and presided over the development of an order of sisters who went on to build and staff numerous institutions of healing and teaching. She was a lady of extraordinary intelligence, drive, passion, courage, and inventiveness. If someone had suggested to her that she was living a life somehow unworthy of her gifts or beneath her dignity, I imagine she would have had a few choice words in response. You're looking for a feminist hero? Keep AOC. I'll take Mother Alfred any day of the week. So listen, if you know a young woman who'd make a good religious, who's marked by smarts, energy, creativity, get up and go, share with her the story of Mother Alfred and tell her she might aspire to that same kind of heroism.